Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daniel Umstead. I have here with me the myth, the man, and the legend. You've heard about him. If you haven't heard about him, you're going to be hearing about him today. The one and only Joel Cooper. Joel, how are you doing today, man?
I'm well. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So, Joel, prior to you coming on the show, I was this close to hiring a virtual assistant, trying to figure out what else that you do so I could get caught up on my notes. But because we have everybody's attention here today and they're listening right now, break it down. I see the shirts in the background. What else is that you do, man?
So these shirts are from my clothing line, which is called Leap of Faith. We're all over social media, Leap of Faith _clothing. I have my photography company, which is J Capture. It's so much. I do graphic design. I'm a motivational speaker. I have music out. I'm an artist. I produce music as well as putting my own music out. I'm motivational speaking.
That's great, man. Now with the music, what type of music? Because I don't want you to pull a Kanye West on us. You put out a Jesus album, and then it's like something completely different. Like, oh, that's not faith. He leaped somewhere else with that. So what kind of music do you put out, man?
Honestly, I don't want to say a artist that crosses, but I will cross over only for the simple fact of I don't just sing gospel because not everyone listens to gospel, but
Correct.
there's a message in every song that I put out.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
So always inspirational, I guess.
Awesome. I like hearing that. I like hearing that. Now, what got you started with, let's start with the clothing company. What got you started wanting to put the shirts that you have right now out there to the world?
Well, actually, so this shirt right here is my first shirt that I ever designed. It's prayer plus faith equals change.
Okay.
So I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease Good Friday of last year, 2019.
Oh, wow.
And
This is recent.
yeah, really recent for me. So I woke up planning on I went to sleep planning on going to Good Friday services that started at 9 a.m. And I wake up at 7 a.m., boiled, like just on the floor in a fetal position crying, like somebody help me. No one was home. No one could come and get me. But I had to call my sister, like, listen, cancel every Good Friday plan you have ever planned in your life. We need to go to the emergency room now.
Right.
And she knows, like, I'm not a person to just say, well, let's go straight to the emergency room. So she knew it was something serious. I walked in actually saying, like, hey, I have Crohn's. I need y'all to fix it. Because it's been years of me having problems with my stomach, problems with pain, just anywhere. And it was like they couldn't figure it out. And they always would say, like, oh, it's probably just gas. So they would give me like the things to clean my system and everything like that. And it would work for probably like 2 days.
Wow.
And
Okay.
they could never figure it out. And I'm only 23. I'll be 24 next month.
Oh, man.
And they
Oh,
couldn't figure it out.
goodness gracious. Now, you're still battling with this, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. And so you're still battling a disease that puts you in a fetal position, yet you are doing photography, you are doing graphic design, you are doing music. You mentioned that there's a single out currently right now,
Yes,
and
sir.
also an author and motivational speaker.
Yes, sir.
Wow, awesome. Now, before we start crying on this show right now, where can somebody find the single to listen to your music at?
So my single is actually everywhere music is sold or streamed digitally,
Okay.
literally. Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music. If you want to buy it, it's on iTunes. CD Baby put it out, and I went and I said I want it everywhere for everybody to be able to listen to it, no matter if they bought it or just streamed it, just for the simple fact of I'm not after it for the money. I just want everyone to have a good vibe and a good time. Like I don't do anything I do, any of my shirts or nothing that I do, even my photography is not for money. It's just because I want to give someone a good experience. So if my music can give you good vibes and a good experience, then let it be. If my shirts and my words on my shirts and my clothes can give you a good experience, then I'm fine with it. just whatever can lift your spirit. That's what I want to do. So that's what my main goal is for every company that I own.
Awesome, man. That is amazing. And then with the clothing line, where can they? Is it through Shopify? Where can they purchase the clothing and the shirts that you have?
So it is through Shopify. If they go to the website, it's actually joel-cooper.myshopify.com, or
Okay.
they can follow our social media links, and they can click that website link straight on the social media links. All of our social media is the same at name, so it's Leap of Faith _clothing.
Awesome.
So
Okay.
on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for all of it.
Nice, nice. Now with the not so much with the clothing line, with the photography, because I mean, of course, if they're paying the right price for you to fly out there, where are you based out of, so people can take advantage of your photography services?
So I am in, my city is Pleasantville, New Jersey, but I will travel anywhere, honestly. If I can get there by car, I'll get there by car. If it takes a flight, I'll get there on a flight. It doesn't, my limits, I'm limitless at this point.
Awesome, awesome. I love that, man. I love that, especially with the services you provide. You know, most folks are like, no, I'm here with it, definitely here with it. But for the fact that you're able to touch people nationally and even internationally, even through your music, is a great thing. Now, where did all this come about with the businesses? I wanna go back from the beginning with it. You're 23. You know, I know we talked about last year, you know, being diagnosed with Crohn's disease. What made you wanted to get into all of these businesses all at the same time?
So the first thing that I started doing was motivational speaking, only for the simple fact of I was in school. And while I was in school, I would find a lot of older people coming to me with like different situations that they're going through, because I don't want to call them problems, because they weren't problems, but they were problematic situations. I'll say that. And just talking to them, I was able to just encourage them with that. And then growing up in church, I'm always behind the mic, always encouraging someone somewhere in someone's church. So that's just how I grew up, and I love it. I will always be a motivational speaker. I don't have to preach per se, but if I can inspire you to just have a better day, then I've done my job.
Awesome, awesome. Now, for some motivation, definitely for the folks at home, what advice would you give to somebody that either wants to fill your shoes or take one aspect of your 25 businesses that you're running right now to, you know, be just like you, man? What advice can you give somebody?
Don't give up, don't sell yourself short, and don't depend on family and friends.
Oh, I don't think, listen, I didn't hear that all the way. You got to hit them with that last part one more time. Don't rely upon who?
You cannot rely on your family and friends.
Oh
You
man,
can't.
I hope the folks at home understand this, and I know because a lot of marketing, especially when somebody gets into sales, and even for me being a realtor, the first thing that they say, "Hey, you need to talk to your friends and family," and I'm like, "You don't understand my friends and family, and the family I got, I think is friends, and the friends that I thought I had used to be the baby brother. Now they just a stranger on the street. I look somebody dead in the eye. Hey, okay, all right, yep."
Nice to meet you.
Yep, and keep it moving. So I completely understand with that. No, no, no. So thank you so much for that, because yeah, it just it baffles me that people think like and they see the population growing. You know, we got the census that just recently came out, and people still think it's like, well, you know, I can't get in contact with my friends and family. It's like, well, you need to make new friends and you need to make new family members. And it is extremely possible, because I can't tell you how many times I just got a new brother today. His name is Joel Cooper, and runs 25 businesses. So my family continues to spread and gets extended. So definitely. Now, hit us one more time with that the social media sites where they can find you on Instagram.
So if you want to follow my music Instagram, that is the real_Jupiter. If you want my clothing line, that is Leap of Faith _clothing. If you would like my photography, that is Kap Snaps, and the Cap is spelled with a K.
Awesome.
Complete. And then I have a ministry one, but I'm usually
give it all.
more
Give
so
it all, man. This is your world. This is your world. People need to know because somebody probably stopped at the door and like, I knew he wasn't about Jesus. I should have known. So hit him with the ministry one, man. So if they were to follow you about the ministry, how can they follow you?
My ministry Instagram is Joel Cooper Co. That will have my motivational speaking, my singing engagements, any preaching engagements, anything that has to do with ministry. Everything has to do with ministry, but anything in that specific category of ministry, it'll be on there.
Awesome. I love that. You're using your gifts over and over and over. And with that, your cup shall runneth over and over. So I love it. Well, Joel, I know we had mentioned prior to the call that you got to get ready for a photography shoot. So I want to thank you so much, so very much for being on the RNG radio show, man.
It's been a pleasure, man. Man, you're amazing. I love you, man.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you. So for the folks at home, tune in Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. on Facebook Live, sharp 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to wake up with me, and also check out the YouTube replay on the RNG radio show as well. Thanks again, man, for being on the show, brother.
Have me again. I don't care. I'll come back tomorrow, the next day. Love talk to you. Why not?
But Joe became a co-host overnight on the RNG radio show. It's like plug in, plug in, plug in. Yeah, that was the point. That was the point. Segment, everything. So, oh man, thanks again for being on the show, man. I greatly appreciate having you. Had a lot of fun.
Absolutely, man.
All right, talk to you soon.
All right.
Fleslet on the beat.